What's up, y'all? I'm back with another trade recap video, and as you can see, it's only Thursday, but tomorrow's NFP day, so I just decided to make this video today, and I probably have like a little more energy than I usually do, which is because bro, I usually take these recap videos like right after I take a trade on Friday, and I'm not trading on Friday, and it's always in the morning, and like those trade recap videos, they'd be like my first words of the day, bro. It'd be like early in the morning and I just haven't talked yet. So it is definitely probably a better idea to make these videos later in the day or just like sometime during the weekend where I already have a little bit more energy. So yeah. I also made my face cam a little bigger. Um it's not like crazy bigger, but it's a little bigger. Um so yeah, I only took two setups this week. And this one was on Tuesday. On Monday, I didn't even trade. And sometimes it's like, bro, when you're not there mentally, you got to give yourself some leeway, man. Just be like, yeah, I'm not about to trade. I'm not entering no trades, bro, because that's where you start making mistakes, like when you're not there mentally. So I just decided not to trade. It could be like personal things going on in your life. And like right now, I'm still in that stage where I'm like trying to get that consistency with taking solid setups. And I did that this week. So I took two solid setups this week. And I feel like once I'm really in that zone where I could take solid setups and I'm not even worried about myself taking a bad setup, where I like really trust myself, I'll be able to operate and trade in an environment where I'm like even not there mentally sometimes. Like if something's going on like outside of my life. So yeah, this was the first trade I took. This was on NAS. So we had the open right here. And there was also news at 10, so that's what made it a little tough. As you can see, it's a 5 and 15-minute setup, and that is why I liked it. It had a nice break of structure in the New York session. We have lots of gaps to fill at the bottom, so I'm like, okay, this looking good. Um, First break of candle, bro, it already starts reversing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like no way, like what are you doing? Second candle, it looked a little better, so I stayed in, man. I just stayed in because I trust the setup, and it didn't go like above here. I would have got stopped out. I would have been like, would have saved a few pips, but I don't know if I really would have gotten out. But besides that, um, I was just gonna go for a simple 1-to-1, but I had to wait, bro. 10 o'clock is about to come. So see right here, it's 9:55, and I end up getting out around break even because I probably get out at like 9:59 or like 9:58 because news is at 10 and we don't trade news. We don't gamble news, and you're gonna see that. Actually, both of these setups that I took had news that was like coming like in a few minutes. So the setup didn't really have too much time to like actually um, get to where I wanted to get or do what it was supposed to do. But this is what news did. I didn't even like feel bad about it. Like, it went crazy, kept going down. Um, but yeah, I felt fine. I honestly felt fine because at the end of the day, it's not a good habit to trade news, for me at least. Maybe if y'all want to trade news, you can, but I don't recommend it. I think it's gambling, and you're not really trading your edge at that point. You're trading news. Like, come on, man. So that was the first setup I took, got out at break even. Second setup was this EJ setup. Um, this one was pretty good too. I took this today. The one thing that was bad about it was that it was like reacting off of this 5-minute demand. And I was going to take this demand up to the supply, but as you can see, like on the higher time frames, like the 15, we're actually below, like, we're on a downtrend, even though we did like just break some highs and stuff. And then on the 1 hour, we're also in the downtrend, like we're going down. So I decided to not take that. I felt like that would have taken away from me, like on this little streak of taking solid setups. And that's just what I'm trying to do every day, take a solid setup. I don't care if it wins or loses, bro, because at this point, I already lowered my risk and I'm just trying to take the setup, bro. So here we had this setup and I ended up getting in right here. And I thought this was just gonna go down in momentum in like 1 to 1 in like a couple minutes, but that ended up not happening. That was a little tough. Like we're pretty close to TP right here, and then it goes like right back up. You see how close we are? Like that was so close. But my entry wasn't the best, so like my TP was really like down here. So yeah, my entry was probably like that because it was going down a lot. So I was like, oh shoot. So yeah, that was my entry, and then this 955, this candle closes like that. I get out around this white line, so I get out in profit because at this in this setup today, news was also at 10, and I thought about holding it for a second. I'm not gonna lie because that last setup had went down with news, like it just went down. I'm like, dang, nah, let's not do it because that's a bad habit. That's gambling. And I'm glad I made that decision, man. Look at that. I'm glad I made that decision. So, yeah, I just started going up after that. It was out of my control. All this is out of your control. Only thing that's in your control is you taking the setup that you like, you know, pressing that buy or sell is in your control. Um, but yeah, and choosing how much you want to risk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, these were our only two trades for the week. I'm gonna come with things that I learned in January. I'm gonna do like a little recap on that. I'll make a video on that soon. And yeah, I say that's like 4 setups in a row now that I've taken that are like solid. And I know none of them have lost yet, but I'm expecting to lose too. Like I'm trying to really be in harmony with like probability. So, even though these trades aren't losing perhaps, like okay, this one like I don't really count it as a loss because of news. Like I got out before news and news made it lose. News, yeah, the news made this one win. So this was just a break even. This was just a get out and profit. So, but at the end of the day, it's a solid setup. So yeah, that is the trades for the week, man. And I'll be making a new video on what I learned, and I hope you guys can learn something from that too. And yeah, really wasn't no mistakes made this week, man. And I'm really glad about that because, I, yeah, I'm really glad about that. We'll get into that in the monthly recap video. So yeah, all right, man. Let's go. I see y'all.